Hey YouTube, welcome to Trevor's Vinyl World. Well, it's raining out pretty good. Just got off work, and hopefully it's gonna cooperate weather-wise in Chicago. Of course, 2026 Lollapalooza started on Thursday, the 30th, and will run until this Sunday, August 2nd. So if you're looking to still go, it obviously it's been taking place in Chicago. I want to say for about the last maybe 20 years. Lollapalooza has been around since 1991. One of the people from Jane's Addiction started it, and at first it was just for alternative music, but basically it has evolved. There is everything from hip-hop, electronica, alternative, progressive rock, you name it. This year there is 170 bands over 8 stages. It is at, what is the place? Grant Park in downtown Chicago. I want to say one-day passes are probably, well, like at least $150. There are websites. One that I know is trusted is called TickPick. So TickPick. You do want to be careful. You don't want to just go on the internet all willy-nilly and just buy from the first thing you Google. I would even suggest Googling whether, like, wherever you're buying it from, I would first look up and see how credible, see if there's any reviews. I got scammed back when it was US Bank Stadium, and it was Joan Jett, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Poison. And I had gone down to US Bank Stadium, and they had quit selling tickets for the day. And I went online, and I could have sworn I was on usbankstadium.com, and I wasn't. I was on a site that was right by it, and I did not notice that, and I spent a couple $100. I don't even remember. It was a while ago. And then the concert kept getting delayed because of COVID, and then after a while, I kind of had a bad feeling, because I would get like a weird email, and you were supposed to get where the virtual tickets were on your phone, and I never got that. And when I called US Bank Stadium, there's nothing they would do. They wouldn't, give me any kind of, even like a nice voucher for like $50 off a couple, go to some other concert. I mean, any kind of gesture. I do feel like, US Bank Stadium pisses money, but I know there'd be scams. There'd be people that would just say they got scammed. But anyways, all I'm trying to tell people is be careful. Don't just assume that every website is reliable, because I guarantee you there are scam websites for this, because there's going to be, I want to say, over 400,000 people at this. I mean, maybe that's wrong. I could have sworn I saw something that said that. That seems like, or maybe it's over the 4-day event. There's going to be projected to be 400,000 people. That's probably what it said. I'm just going to run through some of the headliners, or the bigger names that I saw when I looked at the 170 artists that are going to be at this. Of course, my band Geese is going to be there. Charlie XCX, Lorde, Smashing Pumpkins, Tate McRae, The XX, Jenny, John Summit, Olivia Dean, Wet Leg, Turnstile, Youngblood, Hot Mulligan, Fake Mink. I mean, I could just keep going. Whitney. I said them because they were the last. I was looking at a flyer, and the last group on it was Whitney. So, gotta give them their love. That's kind of funny to be the last the last group on the flyer. But no, 170 artists. That's amazing. And I don't know how that's set up to where, you know, if you want to see as many of them as possible, and there's 8 stages, I'd be curious how that works. But anyone that goes to this, if you do watch my video, I'd love to hear anything about it. Let me know how much fun you had, what artist you were looking forward to seeing the most, or who you liked. Let me know anything you want about it. I really wish that when I was younger, I would have gone to more music festivals, and I still fantasize about, you know, buying like some kind of van and just like a couple weeks out of the year, taking some trips and going to things like this. I think it'd be really fun to have like a van to drive down there, you know, kind of tailgate style at some of these places. You know, like obviously you wouldn't have to do that, but that's just something that I know I would enjoy that. I know I went to, it was 93 Edge Fest back in 1999, and I went down there with one of my buddies in like probably, I guess I had my beat up Ford Escort, but maybe I even had a really old Subaru, and we made a weekend out of it, and we were just 20-year-old stupid kids, and it was just so much fun. Like I just remember how much fun it was, and just seeing people and realizing like, wow, you know, I don't get out a lot. We didn't even bring like camping stuff or anything. We were definitely out of our element, but it was just so much fun. And I want to say it was like a 3-day event with 30 bands. Def Leppard was there. I was looking forward to seeing Hole, and they had announced that that Hole wasn't going to be there, and all of a sudden people started chanting like "fuck Courtney Love, fuck Courtney Love," and then all of a sudden Courtney Love showed up, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know, fuck you guys," and they put on like one of the best shows out of everybody there, and you know, like people talk a lot of mess about Courtney Love, but I still remember that, and I remember like how iconic of a performance it was, and like me and the friend that I went with, you know, like after that, like something happened to him, and I sort of at the time, you know, you go to these things and you just assume you're gonna go to a whole bunch of these, or you're gonna, you know, you don't realize until later like how special it was and how fun it was, and it's just one of those events that I went to that I still remember like so many details about it. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But anyone that's going to Lollapalooza, if you watch this video, just tell me anything about the weekend, like how you enjoyed it. And like I said, to anyone that's still going to buy tickets, just be safe. Look up reviews of the service you're going to use, because, you know, for every StubHub that's credible, there are some rip-off ones out there. So everyone take care, and talk at you guys later. Thanks.